Hi guys, welcome back to Sacred Shifts and how to navigate them. I feel like you're being called to really allow yourself to grieve. Not only one thing, but many things, right? And it's like time for us to like let go of the hurt, right? Because that's why it's harder, is because we're holding on to the hurt. Right? We're holding on to the pain, because who would we be if we let go of this pain, right? So you're being called to get curious about why you're holding on. And I do, to the battle, to the hurt, right? To the story that everyone's going to hurt you, to the story that you're not worth not being hurt, right? And I feel like we are going through a heavy emotional purge as well. Really grieving the hardships in our life, really grieving who we wanted to be but weren't able to be, a lot. So I do think you're being called to like allow yourself to grieve, to flow with the river, bro. Let it out, let it cry. Let it cry, let yourself cry. Just like let it out, right? Allow yourself to feel it, right? So that you can like let go of this hopeless feeling, right? And you can hope more. I have one card that says if you're feeling hopeless, hope more. So I feel like you're being called to like let go of the hopelessness of thinking you're not 143. It means I love you. Thinking you're not worthy of a better life. Thinking that you can't obtain a better life. Thinking that everything's going to be the same. Everything's going to hurt. Surrender to the good, right? Surrender to the miracle that is this beautiful human existence. Yeah, recognize like you are this creator creating creatrix, right? We're creating all the time. And then transformation, like you're being called to like allow this transformation to happen. Stop rewriting the old story. 222 on the timer. That's divine balance, right? And some other stuff, but I can't. Yeah, you're being called to let go of anxiety so that you can live in harmony with yourself, right? Let go of the old story. Oh, I just dropped this. Yeah, stop keeping your pain down on lock and key. Like, this is all I can be is hurt, Still allow yourself to feel it, but allow yourself to let go of thinking that you're always going to be restricted by a union or by someone who tries to love you, or that someone that tries to love you is always going to restrict you or try and control you or try and hurt you, right? Because you can choose clarity is what I heard when I saw these cards. You can choose like the things. You have a choice. You always have a choice. What are you choosing? Are you choosing to focus on the pain, focus on the people who have hurt you? Or are you choosing to see, how can I grow from this situation? What did I learn from this situation? Right? 333 on the timer. Like, because if you're reflecting, it will help you, it will give you clarity. If you're reflecting on like, oh, why did I allow these people to hurt me? Why did I put myself in situations that led to this? Because I believed that I didn't deserve better, right? And now you can change that belief. Is it going to be hard? It's going to take a lot of strength, but you can do it, right? And your intuition has been leading you to healing this heartbreak, to like knowing that like you're not always going to be hurt, because you can choose to recognize the signs. You can choose to listen to your intuition from the get, right? Because like your first initial thought of something, of a situation or a person, is dead ass. Like it will show you who that person is. But most of the time we're like, no, we don't want to think badly of people, no. And then it turns out like our first initial thought was right on point. So let's choose to listen to our intuition, to what our spirit guides are telling us the first time. And then we don't have to like struggle as much, right? You are being called to like continue on this quest of self-security, I heard, right? Of like flowing with who you want to be. I heard curiosity when I looked at this, but it's generosity. I also heard like being generous with your inner child, letting them cry, right? Because as a child, you may not have been allowed to cry. You may have been, stop crying, that kind of thing. But you're being called to like let your tears out. Let yourself flow with this crying ass river. Let yourself cry. Let yourself feel, because it's going to be very healing. I think you're being called to be like determined in cutting off the things, people, places, and things that put you in this situation, that put you in this like sad 543 on the timer, in this sad place, right? See, like you have memories tied to like a lot of pain, right? And you're being called to like 555 change, transformation, to let the pain die. It's lived within you long enough. You are awakening to like who you truly want to be. And you're someone to celebrate. It's time for you to celebrate yourself, because you're building a legacy for yourself and your children and your children's children. And that's beautiful. And it's time you recognize how beautiful that is. All right. Hold on, I gotta stir my food. All right, I'm back. So I just keep hearing it's time you believe that you're worthy of good things, that you're a freaking lovable blessing, and you stop doubting yourself, and you stop doubting your gifts, and you stop doubting that you're this bright light, because you are. And I also heard lighthouses, not tugboats. So there may be people that you're trying to like pull to shore, right? When they're not ready, right? And that's why it's important we just shine our lights bright, rather than convince people to come to shore, right? And that's not an easy journey in itself, right? It's really hard because you want what's best for the people you love. But yeah, they've got their own angels too. They've got their own intuition that they're being called to. And if you're continuously trying to save them from themselves, they won't be able to save them from themselves, Okay. So we've got two different angels. We've got the clown angel. So I feel like you are being called to be silly, right? Joke, laugh, play with your guides, right? Let your inner child play with your guides. Talk to your guides, right? And then we got another angel that says on the back, made for an angel. So like, I think you've got like a lot of emotional support, I heard, but like loved ones with you right now, right? And they are guiding you through this transformation, as well as this emotional release, because I do feel like we're releasing some heavy stuff, right? And then we've got the little cross with Jesus, right? And I feel like you are being called to like recognize the God within you, the God within others, the Jesus, right? That we are all divine sparks of God, right? We're all loved. We're all loved. And we're all special, right? We're all just helping each other home. I know you've heard that before, right? We're all just trying to help each other home. And then we've got this little lock, and I feel like you may have your heart under lock and key, right? And so you're being called to like open up to yourself, open up to your inner child, and be the loving adult that you needed when you were a child, right? Open your heart to life. Open your heart to blessings, because you deserve them. So open that bitch. Okay? And then we've got the butterfly, which gives transformation, of course. But it also gives blooming to me for some reason. Like you are becoming from a caterpillar to a butterfly. And the goo in between, the goo is hard. It's rough, man. It feels like you're not moving and like you're not going anywhere and like nothing's getting done. But it's very transformative. It's a beautiful phase. Does it feel like that? Not always. Then we've got the dragonfly, which gives me spirit guides, right? And then we've got divine, feminine, and masculine. Why can I not think of it? Seahorse. And then we've got the turtle, which is good things take time. So, instant gratification kills long-term happiness. All right, guys, I hope this helps.